Have you ever tried to calm someone down, but somehow everything you said made the situation even worse? If that has happened to you, don't worry. You're not alone. Most people make the same mistakes without even realizing it. The truth is, when someone is angry, they aren't thinking clearly. Their emotions take control, and logic takes a back seat. That's why trying to argue with an angry person usually doesn't work. The first thing you need to do is stay calm yourself. Think of anger like fire. If you throw more fire on it, it grows bigger. But if you pour water on it, the flames slowly disappear. Your attitude works the same way. If you shout back, interrupt, or become defensive, you're making the fire bigger. But if you stay calm, speak slowly, and show respect, you're helping the fire burn out. One of the biggest mistakes people make is saying things like, "Calm down, relax," or "It's not a big deal." Believe it or not, these phrases almost never help. Why? Because when people are angry, they feel that their emotions are completely justified. When you tell them to calm down, they often hear, "Your feelings don't matter." Instead, try saying something like, "I can see why you're upset," or "That must have been really frustrating." Those simple words make people feel understood, and feeling understood is often the first step toward calming down. The next thing you should do is listen. And I don't mean pretending to listen while thinking about what you're going to say next. I mean really listening. Let the person finish talking. Don't interrupt. Don't judge. Just let them explain what happened. Sometimes people don't need advice. They don't need solutions. They simply need someone who is willing to hear them without criticizing them. That alone can reduce a lot of anger. Another powerful technique is asking open-ended questions. Instead of asking questions that can be answered with a simple yes or no, ask questions that encourage the person to explain their thoughts. For example, what happened after that? What do you think made you the angriest? What do you need right now? Questions like these help shift the brain from reacting emotionally to thinking more clearly. As people explain their feelings, they often begin to calm themselves down without even realizing it. Here's something else to remember. Don't rush to solve the problem. Many of us believe that the fastest way to help someone is to immediately offer advice. But that's not always what they need. Imagine your sister comes home after a difficult exam and says, "I studied so hard, and I still think I failed." If your first response is, "Don't worry, next time you'll do better," she may feel like you're brushing off her emotions. Instead, say something like, "I know how much effort you put into this. That must feel really disappointing." Notice the difference. You're recognizing her feelings before trying to fix the situation. People appreciate that far more than quick solutions. Another important point is to avoid blaming. When someone is angry, saying things like, "This is your fault," or "You always do this," will almost always make things worse. Instead of attacking the person, focus on the situation. Use phrases like, "Let's figure this out together. What can we do to make this better?" These sentences turn the conversation into teamwork instead of a battle. Humor can sometimes help too, but only if you know the person well. A small joke at the right moment can reduce tension. However, if the person is extremely angry, joking might make them feel like you're not taking them seriously. When in doubt, choose kindness over humor. Another thing many people forget If you make
is the
someone power feel of silence, heard, respected, and you understood. don't always have to fill You've every already quiet done more moment than with most words. people ever do. Sometimes sitting
So the
quietly
next time
beside
you
someone
meet an
is
angry
enough.
person,
Don't focus on winning the argument.
Can
Can communicate more than a long speech ever could. Now let's talk about setting boundaries. Helping someone calm down doesn't mean accepting disrespect. If a person starts insulting you, threatening you, or becoming physically aggressive, it's okay to step away. You can calmly say, "I want to talk about this, but not while we're shouting." Or, "Let's continue this conversation when we're both calmer." Walking away from an unhealthy argument isn't weakness. Sometimes it's the smartest decision you can make. Finally, remember this: you won't calm every angry person. Some people aren't ready to listen. Some people simply want to argue. And that's okay. Your responsibility isn't to control someone else's emotions. Your responsibility is to control your own. When you stay calm, patient, and respectful, you give the other person the best chance to calm down as well. Over time, people will begin to trust you because they'll know you're someone who listens instead of judges. And that's one of the most valuable qualities anyone can have. So the next time you meet someone who's angry, don't focus on finding the perfect words. Focus on being the kind of person who makes others feel safe, respected, and understood. Sometimes that's all a person really needs.